Namaste, my beautiful, beautiful, beautiful queens. I really, really hope that you will spend several minutes of your life, of your precious time, to listen to several things I want to share with you, I want to say. You know, I am thinking to explain what really is going on at the time of December, especially from 21st of December till the end of December. Why 2,000, 5,000, 10,000, 50,000 years ago, people who knew cosmic knowledge, people who had true knowledge, spaceships, vimanas, vaitmanas, they knew the structure of cosmos, of planets. They had the stargates where they could walk through to different dimensions and different galaxies. Why they were celebrating these days connected to the sun, S-U-N, the sun, because there are four main events connected to the sun. Why they are connected to the sun and they're so energetically charged? Because there is no life on our planet without the sun, and the sun is not just an object. This is a life, creative, visible energy. So I wanted to make, excuse me, losing my voice. I wanted to make a video explaining why there are days from 21st to 25th, why it's connected to solstices and to equinoxes, to eclipses, but mainly it's connected to the longest day in a year and shortest day in a year, and there is the birth of so-called the winter sun dies and the new sun is born, the sun turning towards springtime, rising, nature resurrecting from winter. So very charged days in December are very important to have this. They call it Christmas spirit. In ancient time it called Kalada spirit, Saturnari spirit, Attis spirit, Dionysius spirit, because if you take every single god of ancient time, Dionysius, Attis, Horus, so on and so on, they all are born on the 24th to 25th of December. So this is the birth of new energy, new sun, new ideas, new inspiration, new you, transformation of nature, transformation of you. So this is very charged. I wanted to make a excuse me, video like this explaining you all this, but you probably can sense it even without me explaining you what exactly we are celebrating in December. This is not the subject I wanted to talk about, my beautiful queens. The thing is that there is this expression, New Year miracles or Christmas miracles, or lots of people are in an uplifted mood in these days, no matter what how much I hate religions, because they are dark, they are limiting, they're putting you in a box and give you a set of rules, and you are, already told you many times, you are divine, you are not separate from God, you are inside of God, God is inside of you, you are one with the source, with the universe. But many of us in these days also have so-called Christmas blues, so but I will have a blue Christmas, there is a song. Why? Because when you see when something is not the way you want it, for example, if you lost somebody dear, could could be to illness, to death, to accident. I'm begging you to understand that death is not changing anything but the physical form. Those you have lost, you have not lost. You cannot lose nobody at all. Not anybody you can lose. We're all connected. Those you've loved before, you will see them up there in a spiritual world. You will see them again in the physical world, this planet or others, the solar systems or other. You cannot lose anybody. Absolutely can't. It's not possible. You exist, you existed, you will exist. But in this time, sometimes, when there is not with you that someone who you want to be with you, your parent, or your child, or your loved one, or, you love the man and, he, 2 weeks before Christmas, he tells you he loves somebody else. I mean, it could be many, many reasons. You can feel this blues, this sadness. But my beautiful queens, I'm not exclusion from that, but I want to share with you a very important message here. I have been, as a very highly developed spiritual being, I am. We choose lots of tests for ourselves in our life, because each test you rise and fall, you rise and fall, you fall and rise, you fall and rise. But in last 2 days, you brought me a huge revelation. What happens when we are down? When I was in San Francisco in 2017 and saw this infamously famous Golden Gate Bridge. Why it's infamously famous? Because lots of people use that bridge as finishing their physical life, or they attempt. And it turned out to be that there was a moment when I would probably be one of them. But the moment had passed. Of course, nobody would allow me to do that, and I'm too strong to do such thing. But there was a moment. So why I feel and understand you so deeply, because you name it, I had seen it. You name it, I have experienced it. I probably, this is why I can do this, and I am yelling at you, and I'm crying and screaming with you, because I have done it all. But the scariest thing, my beautiful queens, is that why people come so deep, so down, up to the point when they are ready to finish this life. Unfortunately, ending the physical life does not end the pain. It doesn't. It increases the pain, because when you end your physical life in this incarnation, all the work you had done hundreds of lives before this one, it's gonna be lost. You have to start all over. And then this pain is increasing, because you know what you have done. You cannot die. You cannot die. Physical life doesn't end. Physical death doesn't end pain, doesn't end nothing, and increases it all, because you understand from higher perspective what you have done, what you have lost, and what you could have done if you didn't. But also it increases the guilt and the pain for those you've left behind. But lots of people come so low, my beautiful queens, because they get this very scary idea, which sounds like this. And I started to watch videos of people who survived the suicidal attempts. Nobody cares. This almost in all people, this is the last thing the last thought they have. Nobody cares. And I'm not even talking to just people who try to have the suicidal attempts, or who I'm talking about even those who have thoughts like this. And my beautiful queens, the thing is that this is so not true. And I am guilty of this as well. Nobody cares. The thing is that such a huge revelation you brought into my life, that very often what happens is those who somehow supposed to be near us, our closest friends, or our closest relatives, or the people which we think are very close to us, who would be there with us, supporting and uplifting. Very often it happens that those people not uplifting and supporting us, but bring us more down, telling us, well, it's your own fault, you are stupid, you should have thought about it before you've done it, before you've decided it, or before something. So my beautiful queens, I want you to hear me right now. I want you to understand that this is not true. Very often people who are not anyhow connected, blood connected with us, strangers which you've never met, which you've never seen, from a different part of the world, come into your life, giving you hand and saying, I am with you. You are not alone. Here, give me your hand. I am with you. And it's such a revelation. When two days ago I have made that video where I have said about some hardship and issues I've been dealing with. This exactly, I'm guilty. I was thinking this. I was like, why am I even, I felt so uncomfortable. Why am I even doing this? Who cares? Most of people, this is how we think. And this is how it is wrong. Most of people are convinced, and me sometimes thinking the same way. I'm not going to talk my problems. I'm not going to put my problems on somebody's shoulder. I'm not going to ask for help. I'm not going to share. Everybody has problems. Everybody has issues. Everybody has issues with, let's face it, self-love, self-respect, self-accept. Who doesn't? Please raise your hand who doesn't have issues with self-love, self-respect, self-acceptance. We all do. I do as well. I think, okay, why am I doing, first of all, I don't want to put my problems on somebody. I don't want to share my problems. I don't want to ask for help. Why should I? Who cares? I said to myself, nobody cares. People just entertain themselves by watching my Pick Up the Cards video or my other video where I just talk. Maybe, 1-2% actually care for what I say. The rest just, whatever. I was thinking this way when I did this video, let's help each other, let's make each other wishes come true. I was like, maybe I will receive 10, 20 emails, and maybe some of you would actually, wish to actually help, but also there is a feel of guilt in me, because this feel of guilt was imprinted in me by my upbringing, the way I was brought up. And don't ask for help, but if you get something, you are supposed to feel guilty. You don't deserve it. Again, another my childhood. This is in youth, the thing I was going through. I was brought up this way, that I don't deserve anything. I don't deserve to be loved because I have nothing to be loved for. I don't deserve to be given something because, well, I don't have nothing special in me. I don't don't deserve, I'm not worth it, so on and so on. This is why I'm telling you, girls, whatever I'm trying to give you, I know it, I've been through it. Of course, I thought, well, even if I get something back, I'm gonna feel guilty because I don't deserve it. And what a big deal. Who am I? No, nobody cares, or those who will care, there will be so little. My beautiful queens, I have spent yesterday and today. I think I'm out of tears. I'm out of happy tears, I would say. I've cried my eyes out. I thought I already have no more tears till today morning. I received one email from this incredible soul, Melanie De Souza, who wrote me, not just she sent me like an incredibly generous donation, but when I saw it, I was in shock. I was just staring at it. And I told her, listen, I can't just accept this. I want to do something. Please ask me what I can do. What do you want? What questions you have? Let me do the maybe a power of 12 reading for you. Let me do this, because I can't just take it. No, this is quite a bit of money. I can't do this. I feel guilty. I don't deserve, have to give something back, which she wrote me email back, which made me cry for another hour, when she's like, no, I don't need nothing back from you. You already have given me so much. Answers and inspiration, and the cure for my pain, and so on and so on. So I just cried for an hour, not because you see, not just because of that one email. I have those of you who could give me, you did, but those of you who couldn't, I've pretty much, I haven't slept in 48 hours because I was reading your emails, where you wrote me unbelievable stories which I had not known about. I didn't have no clue about how something I've said made you keep going, how something I've said made you change your ways, the ways you were thinking about yourself, the way you saw the world, and so on and so on. And it turns out to be that I actually make a difference in this world. This was the biggest dream of mine. Because of course I always, this was, if you asked me 20 years from now, if you asked me 50 years from now, one word which I would want to leave, there is this expression, legacy, what would you want your legacy to be? I would answer with one word: inspiration. I would want to be an inspiration for anyone who come in touch with me. Inspiration for shining your uniqueness, your unique light. And so hard to believe in yourself when you brought up believing you are nothing. Again, I know that firsthand. And it was such a revelation. Your care, your emails, your things you've said, it was such a revelation that this became such a bullshit. Nobody cares. Because girls, I am begging you, please, this is not true. And you're telling me, girls, well, you are so this and so that, and you're so wise, and you're so bright, and you're so deep. Girls, I already explained you the mirror effect. Whatever you yourself see in me, this exists in you. You just have to admit it in yourself. You write me because I have written this exact expression. I feel so connected to you. First of all, we are all connected. Second, if you feel the deep connection to me, it means mirroring. If you feel like I'm talking to you, If you feel like you know me for centuries, you do. Believe me, we all don't forget the word coincidence, please. And already admit incarnation and reincarnation. Girls, come on, give me a break. In one life, you think if it was possible to achieve things of higher development within one life, then you can graduate elementary, middle school, high school, college, university, and PhD within 1 month. Is that possible? No. So of course we all intertwined with each other. But if the deeper you feel connected to me, the deeper you are like me. Because Hermes Trismegistus said, like attracts like. This is what one of his, he created huge amount of unbelievable things, but like attracts like. If you're drawn to me, if you admire me, if you find something in me amazing, it means it is in you as well. You just have to admit that you have it in you and feel it inside of you. But this nobody cares is not true. If you are feeling down, if you're feeling blue, if you're feeling down, if you feel like nobody cares, don't take me here as an example. As I told, I don't ask for help. I don't go and put my troubles and problems on somebody else. I will not do this. I will not. Don't be this. Go out there and ask, because a lot of people simply don't know, or probably a lot of people think of me this way, they don't come to me and say, listen, do you need something, do you need help? Because they know me, I'm gonna say no. And the other thing is that I'm so ridiculously proud that I can I can even be a little bit like, why are you offering me this? I'm not capable to do it on myself. I'm not very often like this, but I can be. So I learned my lesson. I learned my lesson that don't be like this. If you feel down, if you feel blue, if you feel nobody cares, please go out there to people, tell it. You would be shocked. Strangers will give you hands, will give you hugs. That one asshole who you loved, sorry my language, that asshole who you gave your life, who you gave children, or who you gave love and you worship him, that asshole turned his back towards you, betrayed you, walked away, left you on a cold hard ground, and you think the whole world is like this. And you think every man is like this. You close your heart. You shut your heart. You no longer believe in kindness. You no longer believe in care. You no longer believe in love because you've been betrayed, because you've been cheated, because you've been lied to, because you were brought down. Don't do this, because there's so many wonderful people out there. I do not know how many emails I've received in 2 days, several thousand, probably at least a couple thousand. And another thing I want to tell you, another surprise I got today in the mail. Here is my book. For, of course, those of you who don't know Russian, it is so far in Russian. It says Lala Agni. I just want you to remember. 436 pages. Translation will take me probably at least 6 months, probably, but it would probably take about a year for me to translate and edit it into English the way it has to be translated, because nobody but me can translate it. it's a lifetime work, but mainly took 5 years and thousands of hours of writing it. And the reviews I get from people who actually read it already, and it's another reason to cry. Just cry. I can't believe it. I'm like, I can't believe what kind of people are giving me the feedback. People of immense education, immense talent, immense gift. They're just telling me I couldn't put it down. I couldn't let it go. I was sleeping with it under my pillow. It gave me so much. It opened so much to me. Or you're so strong and you're so deep. You're so powerful, so on and so on. Why am I showing it to you? Not to brag. I also, like, I pressed it too much. I can't believe, I'm holding it. There is my picture here. And saying a little bit of myself, and I can't believe I'm holding it. I said that it is written with the blood of my soul, with the fire of my soul. Each word, esoteric people say it's so energetically charged that I felt like I couldn't sleep for a week. I just was living with it. It just got so deep to me. So I couldn't believe I still can't believe I'm holding it. And another thing I want to tell you, this world, I'm not a professional writer, I'm not a professional writer. I didn't graduate the facility of writing. I didn't learn to write. It's written with the blood of my soul. Another reason why I told so many of you, girls, literally, I didn't want to write it. I stopped 1,000 times while writing it. It was like, who's gonna believe it? And who's gonna read it? Who's gonna care? Who's gonna... I'm so lucky that was so many people who did not let me stop, who would just, pretty much energetically hit me with a shovel on the head and say, just write it, just write. Are you writing? No, I don't want, no one cares. Who would care? Who would believe it? Who needs it? Nobody needs it. And now it is right here. Now it's right. It's almost 5 years in this book. So many things. And why I'm telling you, girls, please, this world needs stories, not made up, real stories, especially love stories. Even it's just going to be your children who would read it, or your children and your friend, or it's gonna be, I said myself, if it's gonna be 20 people who read it and they will be touched, their hearts will be touched, then I gonna fulfill my mission. And now it's much more than 20 people. It's so far it's thousands. I didn't put it out yet for this. So far it's a limited edition and limited quantity of people who read it. It's gonna be out there and people will be able to read it. It's just the beginning, but I am telling you, girls, right, especially those of you with of course, twin flames, those of you karmic soulmates which walk hand in hand with twin flames. You guys are our brothers. We're coming first. We're breaking the concrete wall with our head. You are coming behind us. Those, of course, especially those of you who are with hundreds of lives with your karmic soulmate, or even dozens, write your stories. Write, please. Even if you've never written a page in your life, it's easy. You open up Microsoft Word and I started this with this. My name is Lala. I was born like that. My name is this. I was born, and whatever come to you, write it. Please write your story. Write your love story, even if it seems to you that no one needs it and no one wants it and no one will read it. This world needs stories, especially love stories. This world doesn't need more invention. This world doesn't need more wars or more how to become successful and make more money. This world needs real stories of love, of care, of inspiration, of the strength Write your story. This is my first, I'm translating it right now into English, and hopefully you will be able to have it, hold it in your hand, or have it on Amazon in electronic form and read it. But then I'm a little scared what's going to follow. Like lots of my friends say, are you ready to be famous? I'm not ready to be famous. I wanted to be a movie star when I was very young. I thought I would be. I had all what it takes to be a movie star. It was a long time ago. Now I'm in that age when I understand that this is all nothing. I care only by inspiring and touching people's hearts. So write your stories, inspire yourself, shine, inspire the others. Don't think nobody cares. There are so many of those who care. Don't be afraid to go and ask for help, because people will care. And thank you from the bottom of my heart for being in my life, for your emails, for your stories, for your comments. You are the greatest achievement in my life, the greatest treasure. Thank you endlessly, and love, love, love to all of you. Namaste.